There is a docuseries coming out that Vince McMahon does not want you to see.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to well, we call you normies.
So most of you know of the legendary Vince McMahon. He was the top dog at WWE. He was there for a very long time. He recently resigned as, I believe, the CEO or the owner of or president of the World Wrestling Entertainment. And this came amid some sexual assault allegations, or a lawsuit in particular that came from a particular individual. I do not know the woman's name, but you all have seen the uprising that is the controversy surrounding Vince McMahon in recent months, right? Which you see here from Awful Announcing. Vince McMahon reportedly tried to buy Mr. McMahon series from Netflix. The attempt reportedly came after McMahon's initial resignation from the WWE. Now, before we get to this article, I want to show you something real quick. This is from USA Today Sports. It says Netflix, Mr. McMahon, what to know and how to watch series about Vince McMahon. This is an hour ago as the time of this recording. One of the most highly anticipated documentaries in wrestling will be released this week. Netflix Mr. McMahon comes out Wednesday as a 6-part docuseries that will chronicle the life of the most powerful man in wrestling history, the WWE founder, Vince McMahon. The series features interviews with some of the biggest names in wrestling, along with McMahon himself. While it shows how WWE and wrestling became the global sensation it is today, the series touches on controversies that surround McMahon during his rise to power, including the recent lawsuit accusing him of abuse, SANHT. You can read that right there, so I won't read it. What could be said or uncovered during the episodes has the wrestling world waiting for its release. Here's what you know ahead of the release of Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon release date and time. It will come out released on Wednesday, September 25th. That is tomorrow at 3:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. How to watch Mr. McMahon. The docuseries will be available on Netflix, I believe exclusively on its release. It will be on Netflix. I'm sure it will be syndicated later on to other platforms, but Netflix is where to see it. There's 6 episodes of Mr. McMahon. Each episode ranges from 50 minutes to 1 hour and 5 minutes. And of course, there are various interviews of wrestling celebrities and heavyweights. Okay, so now, with all that being said, I will leave a link to this in the description box. Let's go to the article in question. And here is, like I said, Awful Announcing. He reportedly tried to buy Mr. McMahon series from Netflix. As recently as Monday, Vince McMahon said that he doesn't regret participating in Netflix's upcoming Mr. McMahon docuseries. His actions, however, say otherwise. With the long-awaited series set to finally be released on Wednesday, the disgraced former WWE chairman now finds himself back in the spotlight. That includes a report from Puck News' Matthew Belloni, who revealed in his most recent What Am I Hearing column that McMahon actually tried to purchase the project back from Netflix after initially signing off on it in 2019. According to Belloni, McMahon's attempt to buy the docuseries back from the streamer came in 2023 after revisions were made to include his first resignation from WWE following reports he had paid hush money to help cover up allegations of misconduct, as well as the company's merger with UFC. All right. So there are things in here that McMahon, again, might not want people to see or hear, along with interviews and testimony from various stars and, again, heavyweights in the organization. Belloni writes, McMahon was still nervous about the doc, and after seeing early footage, he actually tried to buy back the project from Netflix, per 2 sources familiar. Netflix declined to comment. Vince also had Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel, his new partner in TKO, chime in on his behalf, also voicing concern about the doc's treatment of Vince's alter ego, Mr. McMahon, which ended up being the title of the doc. Netflix opted to hold on to the project, which was originally set to be released this past March. Only that was before McMahon would be forced to resign again, this time seemingly for good, following a lawsuit from a former WWE employee accusing him of misconduct, including assault and trafficking. This prompted the docuseries to be pushed back again, with the lawsuit and allegations against McMahon reportedly being the focus of his 6th and final episode. Boy. So, as you can read here, Vince McMahon did have to resign, I believe earlier this year or last year, because of the new allegation. Now, he did resign once before and he came back. I guess the coast was clear. And so, yeah, you see what's going on here, right? There are things that might be said or displayed in this documentary that Vince McMahon or Mr. McMahon doesn't want everyone to see, that might not paint him in the best light amid all these allegations coming out, because this lawsuit is still ongoing. And again, it's a civil lawsuit, but of course, we know how civil lawsuits go, right? If you lose, then, you know, the jack is still on you essentially because of the allegations, you know, believe her and all that kind of stuff, right? And if he wins the lawsuit rather, then the allegation probably still sticks with him for the most part, right? At least halfway, because some people still believe it even if he wins the lawsuit. If he loses the lawsuit, then even though this is it's a civil case, right? So even though it's not necessarily an admission of guilt because not a court of law, people will take him losing the lawsuit as legally him being guilty. And we all know what happens with that, right? Many cases when people lose the lawsuits, just like the one guy that's, you know, running for office right now, you lose the lawsuit, everybody thinks you're automatically guilty, even though it's not legal, it is civil. But nonetheless, the allegation is what it is. And if you lose it, people take that as legally you're guilty, okay? So we'll see what happens. I will be watching this documentary either tomorrow or on the weekend because, of course, I got 9 to 5, right? I'm a normie. So I'll probably watch this weekend. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section after you watch it. Tell me what you think about this video, all right? And with that being said, thank you for taking another episode, Normieville. You know me, I'm just Normie, here to bring you the latest and greatest sports news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about the trouble brewing with Mr. McMahon or Vince McMahon down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.